Hi, my name is Lisa Barnes, VP of R&D at LifeVantage, and I'm going to tell you a little bit today about our revolutionary mind-body GLP-1 system. Chances are you have heard the term GLP-1. It's a term linked to weight loss, but what is it? Is there any science behind the buzz, and what does that mean for you, for your health? To understand GLP-1, you really need to understand your digestive system. When you eat, chemical messengers or hormones send signals to your brain that are telling your digestive system what to do next. Glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1, is one of those important hormones. Your body naturally makes GLP-1 on its own, and its job is to tell your pancreas to produce insulin, helping to balance blood sugar. And another one of GLP-1's jobs is to tell your stomach to slow down the rate that you are digesting food. Both of these are going to signal your brain that you are full, that you no longer need to eat, that your cravings have been satisfied. And when your body is making enough GLP-1, this system, it's in balance. You don't feel the need to overeat, and it's easier to maintain a healthy weight. Like a lot of things in our body, GLP-1 production slows down. And this is due to a variety of factors, things like age, environment, stress, what you eat. All of these negatively impact GLP-1 production, and when that hormone isn't at optimal levels, your metabolism slows down and you tend to eat more because your brain isn't getting the message that you are full. And we all know what comes next: uncontrolled cravings, weight gain, and other health concerns. But there is something you can do about it. That's where LifeVantage, the activation company, comes in. We use science and naturally derived ingredients to help your body make what it needs to be healthy. With the mind-body GLP-1 system, you have two synergistic products you take to help your body make GLP-1. In fact, a randomized 12-week clinical study has proven that we increase GLP-1 by 140%. We have two products, MB Core and MB Enhance. The proprietary formulas are designed to work together to optimize your body's GLP-1 production. And it all begins in the colon, which is lined with specialized L cells. L cells produce and release GLP-1 in response to the presence of nutrients, especially fats and carbohydrates. While GLP-1 is being made in L cells in the colon, additional hunger hormones are also being released from other parts of the gut, and they all work along the gut-brain axis to influence how hungry or how full you feel. The gut-brain axis is a two-way communication network that connects the gastrointestinal tract and the central nervous system. It plays a critical role in regulating physiological processes such as digestion, mood, immune response, and energy balance. And that's where the mind-body in our system name comes from. There's a connection there. We understand the importance of a strong and healthy communication between the two. So how do we do that? Let's go back to this GLP-1 activation process again, this time in a little more detail. As you take MB Core and MB Enhance, their ingredients are going to travel through the intestinal tract and ultimately reach the colon where the L cells are. Each of the ingredients in the GLP-1 activation blend and MB Core act in different ways to directly activate L cells to produce GLP-1. This is a key differentiator. Inferior products may have one or two of those ingredients, but in the case of cellular activation, the 8 ingredients in this blend ensure ignition of the entire pathway. MB Enhance creates the perfect environment for MB Core to do its work. In this case, we are literally enhancing the results. It contains the GLP-1 activation support blend made up of ingredients like resistant starches and fibers that feed the microbiome, including organisms like Akkermansia. These organisms are important because they produce short-chain fatty acids such as butyrate, which then travel to the L cells and stimulate GLP-1 production. Now, you may have heard of Akkermansia as an ingredient in some products, but it's really uncertain whether all of it actually makes it to the colon where it's needed. And we know that the ingredients in MB Enhance get where they need to go. The two products work synergistically to activate and upregulate key genes in the GLP-1 pathway. Basically, we're targeting multiple parts of the pathway to ensure optimal GLP-1 production. And this is going to include 3 different genes. The first is GCG, which is a gene that directs the production of proglucagon, a precursor protein for GLP-1. After proglucagon is made, it needs to be broken down into smaller pieces to become active, and that's where the second gene comes in. PCSK1 encodes for the enzyme that cleaves proglucagon into active GLP-1. And then, finally, The MB products also target GLP-1R, which helps your body activate more receptors for GLP-1 to bind to, so you can have more GLP-1 activity in the body. All this ultimately leads to an 140% increase in GLP-1 production, which is incredible. Once GLP-1 is produced, it's then transported outside the cell to reach its target. However, as it circulates through the body, there is an enzyme, dipeptidyl peptidase 4, or DPP4, that breaks down some of the GLP-1 before it can reach its receptor. Now, when you have too much DPP4 floating around in your body, you're going to be out of balance and not getting the full benefits of all that GLP-1 that's been produced. So to truly activate GLP-1 and allow it to stay active, you need less DPP4. And good news, the mind-body GLP-1 system is a solution for that too. We have in vitro data that clearly demonstrates when MB Core and MB Enhance are used together, DPP4 gene expression is reduced by 38%. That's a significant difference. So not only are you making GLP-1, you are also maintaining more GLP-1 to boost its impact. And more GLP-1 helps your pancreas control your blood glucose even better. Your stomach slows down digestion, so you need to eat less. And your brain gets more signals that you're full and cravings are satisfied. Now, there are so many ways making and maintaining GLP-1 helps with weight loss. It moderates appetite, prolongs the feelings of fullness, and regulates reward pathways to cut down those cravings. It's also going to help improve impulse control by reducing food-related dopamine release, or in other words, it quiets the food noise. And the impact of GLP-1 activation isn't limited to weight management. GLP-1 also helps regulate blood sugar, it protects your heart and your brain, and helps improve the health of your gut, liver, and kidneys. And that's just to name a few. And these benefits improve with consistent long-term GLP-1 activation. Along with making smart lifestyle changes, activating GLP-1 with the mind-body GLP-1 system is an exciting and innovative approach for managing your weight and your wellness.